absolutely clear with everybody here. There are things in the bill that I may not like. But I got to figure out a way to get 218 votes. So that we don't continue doing the kind of damage and the destruction that we've heard from the children and from their parents today. There are things that we may not like, but we will have to support to get 218 votes. They did it in the Senate. They did it in the Senate, didn't they?
Yeah.
Diversity visas, gone. Siblings, gone. They're gone. Just disappeared. Oh yeah, pay your back taxes. And pay taxes for 10 years. But never expect a single government service, but pay your taxes. Gone. Nobody hesitated. Did anybody blink? They said, pay fine. Get back to the back of the line. Did anybody blink? Did anybody hesitate? No. We know that there is a price to pay in order to stop the destruction of our family. Our community is ready to pay. So let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Let's get the bill. Let's understand what the parameters are. We'll fight for you. But we have to stop the destructive nature on our immigration system. Over here, I joined a group of my colleagues in the House of Representatives, and when I joined there, they said, oh, well, the first thing you have to do is they all have to say that they're guilty, that they're here in the United States undocumented. I didn't like it, but that's what my Democrats said I had to support. And they said, oh, health care, not for you, undocumented 11 million, not for the first 10 years, no health care, no subsidies. Well, how do you have health care in America and Obamacare without a subsidy? It's like saying, here's a car, but I'm not going to give you any gasoline for it, so it's useless and no good. You can join Obamacare. Who has $14,000, $15,000 a year without a subsidy? But you know what we said? Fine. We'll show up at the emergency rooms and we'll take care of ourselves as best we can. But we have to stop this destructive nature on our immigration system. ¿Y cuál es el precio que nosotros pagamos todos los días? Every day, there's a price that we pay. We know it, whether it's Salinas, Texas, or an orchard field in Washington, or Postville, Iowa, or Citrus Groves in Florida. I visited them all. Speak to the women who work every day in dirty, back-breaking work, and speak to them about the incredible sexual assault that they suffer every day at the hands of men who know their vulnerability. We read about what's happening in the armed forces. Now imagine if you're an undocumented woman in the United States, what happens to you day in and day out. There's a price to pay. There are people dying because we built fences. And we made it more difficult for your moms and your dads to return. Because they try to return through that border and they die in the desert. And it happens every week. We know it. This is a devastating effect that it's having on our community. The ones that we heard up here today and all of the other terrible abuses that 11 million. Let's stop it. It is inhumane what is going on. And let's not play politics. Benghazi, the AP, the IRS, Obamacare and its repeal. Every day there's something. Guns and the budget, we can't agree. Finally, we could agree on one thing, that we were going to solve the immigration system. And we were going to solve a broken immigration system. Let's not let political partisanship destroy what the American people demanded last November 6th. They didn't say pick winners or losers. They didn't say this was a Democrat or a Republican issue. They said this was an issue of keeping our families together. People stood up, stood for hours in line to vote to give you the freedom that you deserve and the justice. And we're going to demand that that be respected, that our community be respected. A sleeping giant, no more we are. We will raise our voices everywhere in this country until we are heard.
That's right.